Welcome back to the channel. So today I've got that Sephora haul, and I don't know how long this is going to take. It might take a little while, so settle in, maybe get something to drink. I'm sorry, I just hit my microphone. I do that all the time. Get something to drink, get a snack. We're going to go through everything that I got during the Sephora haul, and I also filmed, which will be playing alongside this whole thing, is a get ready with me. So we just finished that, and you will see that as we go along. So go get a snack. We're gonna get started. Be right back. Okay, are we ready to get started here? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with non-makeup, non-skincare, and go through that stuff first. So I've never tried this. You guys will have to let me know what you think of it. But I did get the Kerastase, kind of like a sampler pack, I guess. And it comes with the Hydra Glaze shampoo, the Insta Glaze conditioner, as well as the glaze drops. I'll show you the drops. They're so pretty. Got hair on it, but anyway. So I've been using this so far. I like it. But I also got, which I didn't bring out here, but I got the K18 hair treatment that you use like 4 to 6 times to get started, and then, you know, as needed or weekly or something like that. But it's kind of a, I don't even know, a molecular hair repair bonding treatment. So I have started using that as well. So I'll let you know how that goes. And then I got like some Sephora utensils. So I have this little, it's really nice, little blending powder puff. I like that. I also got the Sephora, it's kind of like a little pack of, so we have like a little blending brush. And then this one, I've been using it kind of to go around and touch up my foundation after it's applied. I really like these. So I don't know if you guys have ever tried those out. I got those, and then the other item I got from Sephora was the, it's kind of a little pad just to blend everything in. I use it after I put powder on, just to kind of put it in, and then if I set my powder, I kind of use it to pat it into the setting spray into my skin. All right, so let's see. Let me get the fragrances. Just one moment. Okay, fragrances. Well, I didn't get everything that I was planning on, but I did get some nice items. So I did get this Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet, kind of a gift pack. Not the prettiest box, but when you open it up, well, there is supposed to be, I'll show those to you. But so it's a nice presentation, nice box. Looks like it has a little ribbon on it. I got that, and what came in there is this bottle of the Blooming Bouquet, along with like a purse size. Not pretty. Pretty fancy. So yeah, I got these, and I'll be using this. Have you guys ever tried the Dior Blooming Bouquet? It's a floral. I like florals. I know that's not everyone's favorite, but I like this. So I got that. And then, you know, I really wanted to try out that Kayali Fleur Majesty Rose Royale 31. and I was planning on getting the large one. However, I thought, you better try this out. That's pretty pricey. So I got the little sample bottle, which is still beautiful. Look at that bottle. It's so pretty. But I did wear it. I've worn it once. It's so good. You guys, it is so good. It's intoxicating. It's sexy. It's kind of addicting. I don't know. Oh, I love it. I just want to smell it again. The dry down on this is so beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous. I really, really love it. What does it say here? Keynotes, juicy pear, rose royale, pink peony, violet wood, and purple musk. I don't know what any of those things really totally smell like, but this smells really, really good. If you like florals at all, if you like rose, well, maybe if you don't like rose, this would be a good one to try, because this isn't your typical old lady. And when I say old lady, I am an old lady. I mean it like that old time rose. How about that? From long ago. This isn't that. This is so good. This is beautiful. And then I also got another Kaali. It's the Maldives in a bottle. Ylang Cocoa 120. And this one, let me tell you what notes are in here. Rosemary, wild lemon, starfruit, banana blossom, ylang ylang, and coconut milk. So this one is a little bit more light. You can smell the rosemary right off top. And I would say the lemon. I can smell lemon. I don't know what starfruit smells like, so I can't. But you can kind of smell some of that banana too. It's a beautiful summer. Kaali makes great fragrances. So I like this. I really like this a lot. I'm glad I got a small bottle to try out. But depending on how it works on my skin, I may be looking to grab that one in a larger size as well. And then I got the Isla Serena by Ellis Brooklyn. And this one, I just got that sample size. This one, the writing is so small. But what I'll tell you, it's a summertime fragrance. It has like okay. Here next, we are going to do skincare. So I did get this Alpin Super Sculpt Serum for face and neck, peptides, and choke cherry. And it says it is a lightweight gel serum that helps lift and sculpt the appearance of the face and neck, providing a tightening effect. We need that. Of the face and neck, providing a tightening effect while giving the skin a smoother appearance. Apply a small amount to face and neck, morning and night. So you'll see in the Get Ready With Me, you'll see me applying this. So so far, I like this. I haven't used it long enough to give you a complete thumbs up, but so far, I like it. And then the next item I have is another Alpin product, and it is the Barrier Repair Cream with super peptides and ghost berry. And this helps relax the look of expression lines, which, you know, I need. I haven't done the Botox thing. I don't know. I'm afraid to do it, so I just haven't done it. It has 5-ceramide complex, binds moisture to skin, and supports skin protective barrier. So putting this on morning and night after your other serums, this would be kind of considered like a moisturizer. So yeah, I like that too. Once again, I haven't used it long enough to give you a full total report. The next thing that you're going to see me, oh, it's this. I'm sorry. I was like confused. Okay, and then I got this Lawless Forget the Filler Skin Plumping Line Smoothing Perfecting Cream. And this is kind of like a primer almost. Well, I would call it a primer. And you put it on after you've applied the rest of your stuff. And I don't remember if I put this on before or after my sunscreen. I think after. So the sunscreen I applied in the video was actually put on before, and I used that CL sunscreen that I got in a previous, my last Sephora haul actually was that, but I wanted to apply that with all my stuff. But this Lawless Forget the Filler, hydrating, plumping, smoothing, it's supposed to, you know, help fill the lines and the crevices so that when you apply your foundation and concealer and that, it's not settling into those crevices. So be right back. Okay, so I believe the next things I put on were the concealers in color corrector. So what I did is I applied the Kosas on one side and I applied the Danessa Merrick's on the other side. I think it was like this, but I'm not sure. And with the Kosas, so it's a two-step system. And the first one is the Revealer Extra Bright, which is a serum-powered color corrector. And then you apply that. You kind of just let that dry for a moment. And then you apply the Revealer, which is super creamy and brightening concealer. So the color corrector corrects the dark circles and the brightener brightens. And then with the Danessa Merrick's one, this is actually called a Lift and Flex Concealer for eyes and face. It lifts, smooths, and corrects. So it's listed as a corrector with a brightener. So it's kind of like both of those in one. So I wanted to try both of these products out and see if they helped with my never-ending dark circles under my eyes. So you guys will have to let me know what you thought of that. So it's still holding up fairly well. All right. Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back. Did you go get a drink? Okay. Next, what did we do next? Probably we did concealer, foundation. All right, so I tried 2 different foundations as well. On the first side, I think it was this side, I used the Lawless Forget the Filler Skin Plumping Line Smoothing Foundation. And I have this in 2.75 F. Now this runs, just if you guys want to try this out, dark. So go lighter than you think you need. I'm not super dark, but 2.75 is pretty far down on the color choices they offer. So just giving you a heads up on that. Now, so far, I have used that, and I like it. So I think this is the side I use that on. Pretty sure it is. So yeah, that's that. My glasses are all dirty. Wipe them off. And then on the other side, I use the Danessa Merrick's Beauty Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint. So this is like kind of a lighter weight, although honestly, I don't think it was that light. I thought I mean, texture wise, it wasn't like runny. It was kind of thicker. So actually the Lawless one was more serum-y than the skin tint. So just so you can see the difference, so this is considered a foundation, and this one's considered a skin tint. And I don't know. They're two different colors, so if I look strange, you know, I did different makeup on each side of my face. But I wanted to leave, I'm sorry, I keep hitting that. I wanted to leave it like that because I wanted you guys to see side by side the difference. Anyway, so in the Danessa Merrick's, I used shade 6.5. And I think it's a pretty good match. I think I did a pretty good job of picking that out. So yeah, I'll let you know. This is the first time I used it today in this Get Ready With Me, so I don't have a lot of feedback on that. I will obviously wear this makeup all day, and hopefully it doesn't look too odd because I have soccer game to go to for my grandson, Kyler, the one you guys saw in one of the videos. He has a soccer game, actually a double header today, so I will be going to that later. And hopefully it doesn't look too crazy. So if it does, it does, whatever. Okay, after the foundation, I'm pretty sure I should have wrote this down. Like, what did I do next? What did I do next? But I pretty much do things the same way, so I think this is right. But if not, I'll put the stuff in the right order. Okay, I think I set my foundation and concealer and stuff. And I use this Dior Forever Nude Matte Filter. It's supposed to be a blurring setting powder infused with hyaluronic acid. And this is it. I got this in 02 Light. And I've heard really amazing things about this, so I really did want to try this out. And I have to say, I do like it. I'm pleased with this. So far, I would recommend it just from the few times I have used it. I've used it probably 5 or 6 times now, but I really do like it. And yeah, after I did that, I'm pretty sure I put the powder melt on the one size. It's a glass setting spray, and it's supposed to, like, the powder that you put on your face to set things and stuff, it's supposed to help melt it into your skin. And yeah, I think it really does. So I love this. I've never used it before, just getting it in this Sephora sale, but I really love it. And when I spray this on, I do press it in to help, you know, get that powder set, so it's not creating those dry lines and wrinkles all over my face. So especially as an older woman, or, you know, somebody with more mature skin, let's say, you can definitely see powder if it's not done properly and set properly. It can look really bad, and I've had that happen several times. So I love this. Recommend for sure. Okay, bronzer. Got two of them. Heard great things about both of these. So yes, I use each one on each side of my face. I don't know if you guys can like tell a whole lot. I really can't. I don't know, but let me know if you can. So on the first side, this side over here, it's my right side, but it would probably be left on the screen. Anyway, Dolce and Gabbana Face and Eyes Match. Face and Eyes Match. Okay. So, okay, it's a lasting bronzer and eyeshadow powder, which I usually do put my bronzer on the kind of the bone part of my eyelid just to kind of give it that where the sun would naturally kind of hit your face. And then I do the sculpting on the side of my nose, up here, right high up on the cheek, not where the blush goes, but just underneath it. And then I do some sculpting right under here with this. I don't do contouring. I'm not a contour girl. So I just use bronzer. And that was on this side. And then the other one is the Say Super Suede Radiant Baked Bronzer. And the Dolce & Gabbana, did I tell you the color? I don't think I did. I don't even know what the color is. Light medium. 02, light medium. Really pretty case on that, as it should be for the price. Has a nice mirror in there. I don't really detect a smell. And then the Say I got in the color Palermo. And no mirror, but it's just a nice bronzer. I like the color of this. I like both of them really, but the color on this is, it doesn't come off too warm on my skin. And a lot of times my skin it can get too warm looking with some bronzer, with some bronzers, excuse me. So I like that this is, I would call it more of a cool tone, and I appreciate that. So yeah, that was the bronzer situation. What do you guys think? Can you even tell a difference? Can you see them? You guys leave comments. I have to know because I'm confused. Okay, guys, what I believe I did next is I started on my eyes, and I started with this Sephora. I have never tried this before, but it was highly recommended to me by one of the makeup, I think it was Nikki again, Nikki La Rosa, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's a 12-hour colorful retractable eyeliner. It does have a built-in sharpener. And I got this in the color, it's waterproof as well. That's why one of the reasons I wanted to try it. I got it in matte olive, and today was the first time I've used it. So as I was getting ready, this is the first time I've tried this, and I like it. I really do. It goes on super easy. doesn't tug on the eye. I did use it on the upper lash and underneath, and I like this a lot. I think it's definitely worth the money. I think this is the way to go right here. I mean, I have lots of high priced eyeliners, and I'm going to say that one, I would go with that. So next Sephora sale, you know, since you get that 30% off the Sephora products, I would go with that one. But you know, that's just me. But okay, and then I put on the eyeshadows. So on, I think this eye, pretty sure I use the Armani. And so I didn't, you know how I was wanting to get that, oh, who was it? What was that makeup palette I really wanted? It's escaping me. Anyway, I did not get it, and that's okay. But so I did get these other two that I wanted to try. These are both, I like easy, easy eye stuff. So I've heard these are really good. I wanted to try them. Just put it on, you spread it out, and it's a one and done. So there's not all kinds of different colors and blending and all the things. And there's no, you don't have the fallout from powder, which I struggle with. Even tapping my brush out and everything else, it ends up getting on my face, which I've already done this part. And so I've set it, everything, and then the powder fallout. I don't like that. So I'm loving liquid shadows. So here we are. So the first one was the Armani, and let me look and see what color this is. It is the Giorgio Armani Eye Tint in matte. It's a matte color in Cashew. 22M is the color. Okay, so that is on this eye. And I really like the color. The other one is, maybe it's the Makeup by Mario palette that I wanted and I didn't get it. So anyway, I tried his liquid eyeshadow. I'm like, well, let's give that a shot. And this is called Master Matte's Long Wear Cream Eyeshadow. And this is in the color Sienna, which is, you know, kind of a, what's the color? You know what I like about this is the packaging is the color of the eyeshadow. So if you get, you know, a different color, they're all colored, you know, the same as the eyeshadow itself, which is so helpful. And this is the applicator on that one. So I've never used these until today. So in my experience with both of these, the Armani, I'll show you the applicator on that too. It's kind of a doe foot. The Armani is a thinner consistency. I found it to be a little easier to blend out, and it wasn't as, I don't know, like the color wasn't as, what's that word, colorful. But as you can see, this is a, and yes, they are different colors, but they're not super different. But this is a darker color, and it was a little thicker, and it didn't dry down as fast, so you had more time to play with it, where the Armani seemed like it started drying down pretty quickly. But they're both really nice, and I can't say that I like both of them. So I recommend these, especially if you have problems with that, you know, eyeshadow fallout, or maybe like me, you just don't want to hassle with trying to figure out like the 4 colors and where each thing goes. And sometimes I just want to like throw it on. I want to be done, especially in the summertime. The last thing I want to do is mess with powder shadow and do all that. So, and plus I think with the cream shadows, I don't know about these in particular, but they don't crease as easy. So the wear on them, it just looks a lot nicer throughout the day. So if you're going to be outdoors in the summer and you want to look nice, your eyeshadow can stay looking nice all day long. So I like these a lot. And like I said, I've only just used them, but I like them and I want to continue to use them. Okay, the next thing, I don't know if I did this before mascara or after, but I'm going to say before. I don't know. It is the Tarte Moon Dust, and it's a sparkly eyeshadow. And it's called Space Cowboy is the color. So, again, good old Nikki LaRosa was talking about this, saying that it's so beautiful. And I have to say, I really do think it's beautiful. The color is kind of like a bronzy gold champagne-y color, but it's kind of just that perfect color to put on, especially after these like brown or tan colored eyeshadows. It just gives it a little sparkle. I just put it on right in the center of my eyelid on both eyes, and it's not overly sparkly. It's, you know, you're not going to be glitter queen putting this on. I didn't see that it had a lot of fallout, so I like this a lot, and I want to keep using that as well. I highly recommend that. Then I used 2 different mascaras. I believe on this eye, I used the YSL, and this is the Lash Latex Mascara, and it is a tubing mascara. It's a lengthening and lift sculpting mascara, and this was in sculpted black. So yeah, it's a latex mascara. Excuse me. It claims 24-hour lift, and it has a lash sculpting brush. Let me show you the brush on that one. So this is the container. One of the things I look for when I'm trying out a new mascara is I like the consistency to be thinner. I don't like big, chunky, thick mascara, and I don't really think anyone does, do we? But I really did like this. It really lengthened. I think it really did lengthen my lashes. So that's on this one. And then the other one I tried out for the first time, these are both first time use as well, is the Bobbi Brown. This is called the Smoky Eye Mascara. And what does it say about it? I don't know. It's in the color black. Doesn't give much details on the box. So Nikki recommended this. I think, no, maybe it wasn't Nikki. Maybe it was the one that BK Beauty, Lisa? I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me. I won't throw it up on the screen. I don't remember offhand. She loves the Bobbi Brown mascara. She highly recommended this. I've never used it, so I thought, well, let's give her a shot. This is the applicator in that one. And this is also a consistency that's nice. It's not thick. You don't feel like you're, having to fight pulling this out. You know how sometimes when they're thick and no, I don't like that. So with them being thinner, I did apply twice with both of these on each eye. So just to kind of give it, two rounds to help build that up. I did use an eyelash curler before I did these, but I like it. I was going to mention, I did not get this from the Sephora sale, but I did use it today, so I just did want to mention this. It's the Victoria Beckham, and it is the brightening waterline pencil, and that's exactly what it's used for. So you just put it in your bottom waterline, and it is like a cream color, so it just brightens your eyes to help them just look, more white and awake and bright. And I've had this for, I don't know, 6 months. I love this. I use it all the time. Highly recommend. And I haven't tried other brands, so I'm sure they're probably all great, but I can testify to this, that this is great. I love it. So try that out. I think I then did brows. I hope that's the order. But anyway, I think I did my brows. And I use the Mighty Fine Brow Pen by Benefit. And I have this in the color Warm Medium Brown. And the reason I use this, okay, so I am, I grew up tweezing my eyebrows as thin as possible because that's what we did. And this is what happens from that. So as you obviously, anytime you continue to tweeze hair or remove it, it thins. It doesn't come back as easy. And that's what's happened. And then you add age and menopause and post-menopause, the whole thing into it, hormones, whatever else, and you have that really thinning brow. Now, I'm not somebody that loves that super, on me, that super thick, like, no, that's not ever going to happen for me. But I do like more than I have, and it needs to be darkened because I need a frame to my face, and the eyebrows do that. So I use this, and the applicator on this, I'm trying to see if you guys can see this. The applicator has like these hair-like 3 feather, and this is a liquid inside. I store it upside down so the liquid's always at the top, and you just put it on, and it just creates those little fine hairs, especially here in the middle for me, because they're missing. So yeah, so I kind of help it out with this, and I like it. And then I just use that Ilia brow, I don't know, kind of like a brow glaze. It just kind of helps set it all and keep it there without your eyebrows getting all messed up. So that's all I do for brows. I'm not a huge brow girl. I don't go all out, and I like it easy, and that's what I use. Next, we have blush. I have such a hard time with blush. Like when you first put it on, with a lot of blushes, it seems like it's super dark. And then, I don't know, an hour later, I'll look and be like, did I even put blush on? Like, where did it go? So, I don't know. Do you guys have that problem? Maybe it's just me. So on one side, I use the Laura Mercier in the color Blush Strawberry. So sorry, you guys. I don't know. My throat. Anyway, Blush Strawberry. And this is a powder blush. And it kind of has like a shimmery and more of a matte in two different shades. I don't know if you're supposed to do something different with it. I just blended it all together. That's how I do. And this is, yeah, it's called Blush Color Infusion Duo. And it says to reveal a healthy flush of color, which I think, yeah, I could see that. Apply the matte and luminous shades individually or together. So I did mine together, using a circular motion on apples of cheeks, working from the outer cheek inward. So this direction, which I did. And being this is the first time I've used it, you know, I can't speak completely to it, but it went on really nice. It might have went on actually a little light, so, but it's buildable. So maybe that's a good thing. Depends on, you know, how you like your blush. And then the other one was the Say in the color Lady. And this says nothing. Absolutely nothing. No, it says it's a dew blush, liquid cheek flush. So, yeah. I got the smaller size because I didn't want to buy something that I didn't like in the large size. And blush, you know, I mean, this is probably going to last 6 months. That's the applicator. Now, I did not directly apply it to my cheeks. I applied it to my hand, and then I dabbed my brush into that because, you know, that could be dangerous. So I did not apply it direct, and I think that is the way I would continue to use that, and would probably recommend to do the same. What did I do next? Maybe I applied this super glowy Say lightweight multi-purpose illuminator. I love this. So I put this on like my cheek area, some right here on my nose, I think my chin. Yeah. And I think, I mean, just from what I'm seeing, what I see in the camera, I think it looks illuminated in those areas, especially. Do you guys think so? I like this. I like the consistency of it. I like everything about this. I really enjoyed using that. It was easy, and it did what it says and what I bought it to do. So that's always a plus. And then what else did I do? Maybe this. So I don't know. Do you guys use this kind of thing too? This is not from Sephora, but I use this, and so I wanted to tell you about it. It's by Trish McAvoy, and it is an eye brightening pencil in the color Shell. And what you're supposed to do with this is put it just in the kind of the corners of your eye. I put usually a little dot on my nose. And sometimes if I'm like going out for the evening and want to look a little bit more done up, I will apply it just under my eyebrows to give it more definition and shape, and it just kind of adds that, I don't know, kind of a brightening to that area, and it just looks really nice. So I love this. Totally recommend that. And then I think I set my face again. No, I know what I use. I use that Guerlain, those meteorites, those little ball, and I don't have that out here right now, but I did not get that from the Sephora sale. That's just something I've used for years. Love them. And so I finish off when I'm done with everything, I finish off that as my finishing powder, and it adds a luminosity, and it's a blurring effect powder, and it just kind of finishes off your face. And then I did spray again with the one size powder melt spray, and then once again dabbed that in. That was all set, and I really like that a lot. And then I think I just finished off my lip with this Lawless. Let me see what it's called exactly. Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Gloss. And I have this in the color Strawberry Milkshake. Now this is it's a lip plumper, but it's not at all like, you know, some of those lip plumpers can be like wowzer. This is thicker. But I don't know if it does a whole lot of plumping, but I really like it. So, and once it kind of like dries down, it's not sticky, tacky. You're not going to be talking and having, you know, the lip gloss lines, you know, between your mouth or whatever. So I like it. I like the color. I'm not somebody that does like a big line on my lip. I'm not a lip liner really. Once in a while, but not really. I like more of just the easy throw on kind of look. So what do you think? I like the color. I don't know. I like a lighter lip. And I'll be right back with the last couple of items. Well, one of the last couple items was samples, and I can't find them right at the moment, so sorry about that. One of them was the Jo Malone fragrance, and then there was, I don't know, some skincare sample packs. I don't know. I haven't used them yet anyway. So, but one of the things I did get as a Rouge member is, so Sephora and Diff Eyewear must have done a collab, and so they sent some sunnies. So it opens up. It has like the Sephora, you know, coloring inside. It's kind of cool. And this eyewear, or this eye case, I'm sorry, actually folds. If I can figure it out, there it is. Folds in on itself and then attaches, so you can fold that down. It can go easily then in your purse, and you don't have, you know, that big case in your purse or in your car or whatever. But these are the sunnies. So I thought that was kind of cool to get. I mean, Diff Eyewear is pretty nice. So what do you guys think of these? Kind of like, I mean, they're kind of bold, but I like them. I think they're kind of different. I don't think I have anything like this. So yeah, I like it a lot. What else? Did I get anything else? I think that was everything. Pretty sure. So yeah, I did a little bit of damage in the sale, but this is the time of year I usually am running out of everything, and I like to try new products too. So that is just, I like makeup. I like skincare. I like fashion. I like a lot of things, but I did want to give these things a try. So let me know what you guys got, what you think of these products that I showed today, which side of my face or the different products do you like better? Can you even tell? I don't know. You guys, I love how you guys comment. You guys are the best. You leave the best comments. You help me out so much. Honestly, you help me out because when I'm doing these boxes and fashion hauls, honestly, I'm like sitting there like, should I just send it all back? Should I keep anything at all? I just never know. I'm either like send everything back or I'm like, let's keep everything. So I'm like, you guys help out a lot. I appreciate you so much. I got my nails redone just yesterday. So kind of like a pink and white, like ombre with kind of a little leopard detail. Thought it was fun. So, all right, you guys. Well, that is my Sephora haul. I hope you enjoyed. And if you're still here, leave me a lipstick in the comments. Let me know that you actually stayed during this entire thing. And I hope you guys are enjoying all this. If you have any suggestions or things you'd like me to see me do, comment, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified of all my videos as they come out. And, I'd love to see a hype. I haven't got a hype yet. Give me a hype. I'd love that. And until I see you guys again, stay beautiful. Have a great week. And I love you. Bye-bye.